Hello guys, and welcome to my next walkthrough. This is my first full clear of a horrific vision. In this case, it's the horrific vision of Stormwind. So, as you can see above my weak auras, there you see the abilities that I press, but also these little cogwheels. They are just the ticking sanity loss in the corrupted areas and all the areas of horrific visions, so don't pay any attention to those. I just didn't figure out how to deactivate those. Now at the start I'm killing these two Riftwalkers just so that the little barrier in front of the area goes away and I can get to her faster later when I'm finishing off the zone. Now I'm making my way to the Dwarven district. In the Dwarven district there's a corrupted area, so it's a little bit more sanity loss than the starting zone here, but also not too hard. I'm just having to go through these tumors, I'm not bothering with killing them, and now I'm killing these 3 gnomes for bonus objective. Make sure that you stand in these little void zones, like I'm doing right here, because they increase the damage you do by a lot. I think it's 25%, so definitely don't miss out on that. Now I'm placing the first bomb here, and now I'm pulling the entire zone, because there are no dangerous mobs in the zone at all. The only sanity loss ability here is from Forge guy who rule here, and yeah, that's easily dodgeable. Also he'll die quickly, so I can't be bothered with doing multiple pulls here, because I want to save as much time as possible. Now we're just waiting for my blood of the enemy to come back up. I'm using death CDs to make sure that I'm not dying, and then we'll just AoE these packs down. I'm pulling them onto the heart piercers here because they are ranged mobs, obviously, and I want to do as much damage as possible. Yeah, the madness in the zone that is active right now is Scorched Feet. What it does is that it lights me up on fire, and then spawns a fire zone a few seconds after that and knocking me up. Just don't stand in the fire, and that's basically it. Now that all enemies are cleared, I'm just placing all the bombs and looting the Black Empire caches that lie around in the zone. Those are from a tech advancement tree, and with the first skill point in there you can see them in the start zone, and with each further talent point you put into that by using corrupted mementos, you can see them in more areas of a horrific vision. In these caches there are only the corrupted mementos for further advancements in the tech tree, so I think it was a good investment to put my points in there. Now, looting the last Black Empire cache, using the detonator, and then the last boss of the zone should spawn. Now I'm on fire again, spawning the fire zone, and now we just have to wait for the boss to spawn. He only has 2 important abilities. One of those are void zones on the floor, like these ones. Just don't stand in them. And the other ability is a frontal fire breath that you should dodge. Pay attention to my sanity bar here. As soon as the boss dies, even though I'm lagging a bit, I get a bunch of sanity back. That's because I specced into Elite Termination. That's the talent that allows me to do the full clear here. Because every time I kill an elite enemy, I get 200 sanity back. That's about a fifth of my sanity bar, so definitely makes this a lot easier. Now I'm entering the Old Town. In the Old Town there are a lot more dangerous enemies, so I'm not pulling as much as I did before. And I missed out on activating Valera here, so I lost a few seconds where I just couldn't attack anything. That's not too bad though. We got her active now, just dodging these roaring blasts and the blade throws and killing the mobs. The madness in the zones are haunting shadows like the ones you see next to the mob there. They spawn with a purple void around them, and you have to dodge that because otherwise you get feared. Now I'm doing these packs one by one, focusing the informants, because those are the mobs that put a long stun on you. so you definitely don't want too many of those at the same time. And also you don't want any stuns to go through, because then you are bound to stand in other void zones and stuff like that. Okay, you see my sanity dropping low here, but I'm choosing to pull another pack because I should definitely be able to kill that. But as you may see in a second, I'm doing a mistake here, because there's the Madness mirror image spawning and I'm not leaving the circle entirely, so I get feared into the next mob group. Now I have to kill this one off, because otherwise my sanity drops to 0. I'm trying my best with Blood of the Enemy and stuff like that, but it's not working. However, I got the cheat death talent from the Corrupted Memento advancement tree, so I get filled up back to half of my sanity and full life. But that can only proc once during a vision, so I used that already, and I can't use it further in the vision. But I still got my 3 orbs, also got a bunch of sanity back from killing this elite mob, and now I'm killing the last pack before shore. Again, focusing the informant just so I don't get stunned. And now I have to click these monoliths. With a party of people, two members of your group have to click this at the same time. But now I should click it together with Valyria, which usually works fine, but here had some issues. I don't know if that was my mistake or just the game, but in the end it worked out fine. I'm using my Unbridled Fury pot for this mob, because I have to kill it off quickly, because as you can see on the upper corner of the screen I don't have too much sanity left. So I'm making sure not to look into these Eyes of Chaos, because they have a sanity drain when you look into them. And then I'm just pumping as much damage as possible into Shore, so that he dies quickly. Also I get a bunch of sanity back, as you just saw, and now I'm using the portal back to the start area. I could go to the trade district by foot, but by using the portal and then running, I make sure to lose less sanity, because the old town was a lost area, and in those you lose more sanity than in this tainted area at the start. So now I'm entering the trade district. Here you have again 2 objectives, killing 2 mini-bosses, and then you have to click 8 cages, I think, in this area. So I'm making my way to the first mini-boss, killing off this stealth detection mob here, and now pulling another pack by, again, not paying attention to the madness. This time it was not the fear, but the knockup. But fortunately I have enough time this time to just kill the mob off, and then using my sanity restoration orb. Okay, just waiting for my sanity bar to fill back up. That was the first orb we had to use, so we're pretty good on time I think. And now I'm killing this one. It has 2 abilities. This agonizing beam that you have to kick, but if you're playing solo you can't kick it all the time, and just drains your sanity. And the other ability is, maybe we'll see it, maybe we won't, is a mind control. If you're playing in a group, be careful with this mind control, because your group could just cleave you down, which would be really unfortunate. So yeah, if you see someone being mind controlled, be careful with your damage output. Okay, just killing the appendage here. Clicking the chest, I think. Okay, no, we're starting on the boss first of all. Okay, this boss has an ability called Chains of Servitude that it's casting now. It is pulling you to it, so make sure to move against it or block it with some kind of object like I did with this cage here, and then just kill him off. Now your objective, as you can see on the right, is to click 8 cages to rescue the captives. I should have started with these 2, but now I'm just backtracking for a bit to get them now. Okay, there's another pack here. Just bursting it down, it isn't too hard. And as soon as I'm done with these, I'm clicking the cages. I'm making sure to stun their mental assault, because that's again an ability that deals some damage and also is draining your sanity bar. Okay, and now we're at 5 out of 8, killing these 2 mobs. Okay, now we're dead, clicking the cage. And now we're going back to this one. The last cage is in front of the bank, so we're going back here. Getting knocked up again by the madness, which is fairly annoying but not too dangerous. And now we're killing this mob here. Now after clicking this cage we're done with the zone. I'm healing myself up. And then I'm just stealthing through to the last area of the vision that we have to do, besides the end boss of course, which is the Mage district. In this district, this is again a lost zone, so there's the fear mirror image active, and there are a lot of these tumors on the ground that you just have to endure. So now I'm killing this tendril here, because those tumors won't keep you in fight, but the tendril will. And I want my stealth, so I have to leave combat, of course. And then I'm killing the appendage here, which is really annoying because it also burrows and then is unattackable for a while. And now I'm killing this corruption patrol. I think that's one of the more difficult things about the zone, that you have these patrols running around, but it's definitely manageable. So in this zone we want to close 5 void portals that are protected by some enemies and then go to the end boss. You have to be careful here because these elementals have a cast called Void Buffet or Void Buffet, I don't know how it's pronounced, that deals shadow damage to you and increases the shadow damage you get dealt in the future. You don't want that, so you're careful and kick that cast and focus the mobs as soon as possible. Now I dropped my last sanity orb, pulling this big boss here, trying to pull it back to my orb to get some more sanity restoration, but unfortunately I didn't manage to do that in time, which isn't too bad to be honest. Now kicking this mob off, again getting 200 sanity back from Elite Termination. Now I'm back at full and making my way to the next portal. Okay, I'm choosing to go upstairs here and going to this pack. You have to be careful with the Void Speaker here and the Keeper, because they're casting a fear. Not that one, that was from the Madness, but also later they cast a fear called Psychic Scream, so just kill them off quickly or interrupt them like I did here. Yeah, I'm trying to stealth through, but these tumors get me in combat, and then there's the tendril that I have to kill. So I'm just doing that, ignoring the fear mirror image because I'm fast enough. And now I'm pulling this tendril, if I pulled it, on the boss. I didn't even pull it, so even better. Now it's coming, so I did a mistake there. I thought I didn't pull it, but I did. Just dodge the Rain of Fire here, because that drains your sanity and deals a lot of damage. And kill off the ads as soon as possible. Once again, this was an elite mob, so I'm getting 200 sanity back on kill. And now I have 1 void portal left to close before I can get to the end boss. At this point I'm feeling pretty confident because I got 1 orb left and half of my sanity bar, and I only have to do the boss now and Illyria after killing this elemental and closing this portal. Okay, now we've done that. And we have to go up the tower here to kill the boss. I'm seeing this mailbox here that has a chance to spawn a mini boss that's dropping a mount. So I think I have enough sanity, so why not try it out. Unfortunately, just the package spawns, so I don't get a mount from that one, but that's fine as well. Just killing this off quickly and then running up the stairs to the boss. I could drop my orb here, but I'm deciding to push it a little bit further back, because then I can place it in the boss room and start the boss fight with the orb still active. So I'm getting the most of the sanity restoration. Here I'm trying to pull it with my Moonfire, but unfortunately I put a macro on there for another thing, and I couldn't pull it. I didn't check before I started the vision, so instead I have to run to the mob and pull it with my body. Now it casts this Frozen Storm ability. Just dodge the little things, the little orbs on the ground, and then go near to the mob to interrupt the ability. The group invite right there was for the ny'alotha raid that we wanted to do the evening, but I wanted to do this video first, so I'm declining for just a minute because we'll be finished in a second anyways. Okay, now I'm killing this one off, getting 200 sanity back, and I'm using the portal to get back to Illyria. Now I'm realizing that the drums in my action bar were the wrong ones that I had already used, so I'm just pulling the new ones into the bar, and I'm starting the boss fight now. You have to wait for the RP to finish, but now I'm pre-potting and using my Tiger's Fury to start off the combat. As you can see, she got one of these Eyes of Chaos from Shaw. She also got a bunch of HP and damage for all the mobs or all the districts that we cleared before. And now it's casting the Chains of Servitude from the trade district. I'm just making sure to not get pulled in, and now killing her as fast as possible. She has this Void Eruption cast that you just have to line of sight. And she has this Tainted Polymorph ability from the Mage district. Just kick it, and you should be fine. Now again, a Chains of Servitude cast. I could finish her here, I think, but I'm just playing it safe because I got a bunch of sanity left. And now that the cast is finished, I just kill her. So, we got 819 corrupted mementos from this run, and we cleared all the districts. So that yields us the achievement, the more horrific Vision of Stormwind, which is nice. Also a bunch of these items to upgrade your essence, and a Faceless Mask of the Long Night. Also a 445 item for a full clear, so that's great as well. What these masks do is that they give you even harder visions. I should have put that in there in the room, and now I can't enter it, so I have to wait for the next vision to complete the quest. But at least I can spec into the next talent in my tree. I'm not really sure if I want the damage dealt and damage dealt buff and damage taken decrease, or the movement speed and haste. In the end I'll decide for the haste one, even though it looks here like I was really tempted to do the damage one. And now I just have to wait for the next week to try out the masks. I'll make sure to drop a video here, of course, explaining what they do and how I'm managing to deal with them. But for now, thank you guys for watching and have a good time. Bye bye.